Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from NovaGundam in the Ez8 weapons rack type, which as you can see has the same downswing as the standard Ez8, so if you wanted to support to have that, there you go. He's using the rocket launcher, which is not a very common thing to see. Most people use the 180mm cannon. So yeah, that should be interesting. It's not a bad weapon. It's just one of those things of where one of them, has so much utility that people tend to just kind of default to it. But if you're going to be running here on Arctic base in a support, that's a pretty good choice, I think. Spidey Wing and Nexo Hunter are here as well, so hopefully we will, we'll get to see them. Well, they're Spidey, so yes, we'll get to see them. Yeah, the Ez8 weapons rack, well, pretty good downswing there for one. But yeah, it's better armed than the Gundam ground weapons rack because it has a beam rifle sub-weapon and has a couple other tricks as well, but it loses the flash for in exchange. I think it's a fair trade-off. I have a hard time landing the ground-type flash most of the time anyway, so good shot there. But yeah, in the first game, this mobile suit actually was the only support, or at least the first support, to get a dodge roll. Which, interesting choice. Was one of the few anyway. The Shimoda, the Jim Sniper Custom Missile Rack might have been the first. I don't remember anymore. Speaking of, there's one. But, okay, and good kill there. Yeah, they are working very well together at the moment. And yep, I'm pretty sure that is the Shimoda squadron type. And oh yeah, it also has a 100mm machine gun sub-weapon. I knew I was forgetting something. I just thought maybe I was lingering on, dodge roll, but that was not it. No, this has a couple of good sub-weapons and a good downswing. So yeah, you can run it in Arctic base on a good day. Kind of depends, I think, on how willing your teammates are to stick with you, and how willing, and, luck to a certain degree, but that's kind of true of running anything at this point, so, that's just how it is. Jim Guard Custom, not a great matchup, but not a bad matchup once you stab it in the shins, so, twice. I don't think that second one got in before the iframes, so, but, let's see, Rocket did not hit, the tackle did not hit. Nova's kind of backed himself into a corner literally here. And, oh, good. Back up from number 4. That's excellent. Because, yeah, it is, for one thing, it's got that shield, but it's not a big shield. So when you're down to 700 health, it's not really one you expect to save your life. Another good kill there. Wow. Yeah, Nova's tearing up here. And, but, if it can soak a surprise shot, I've had the ground-type shield soak surprise shots for me, and the trick is being less surprised than my enemy. But, yeah, that is the first death in a support on the Arctic base 3.5 minutes in. I think that's pretty good. So, let's see where it goes from there. Yeah. 4,700 to 2,300. The enemy team is starting to pick up a little bit, but, yeah, definitely a commanding lead here. And, yep, back in. That's Nova and Spidey over on the right. Or Nova and Spidey. Nexo and Spidey. We have... Okay, so, when we get together for Friday nights, we have two people whose name end in O. We have Nexo and Demo. We have two people whose names begin with N. Nexo and Nova. And the just name confusions go on forever. So, it's just... one of those things, but, it's not just me. You'd think it would be with my my pitiful memory, but no, it's a stumbling block for everybody at some point, I think. But, let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, the team has been wiped at this point, but they're still 2,000 points ahead, and I think Nova's going to probably get this person before they get him. Also, everybody else is spawning back in. Okay, caught the heavy stagger, but did get the kill. And, yep, looks like Nexo and number 4 were, on the scene, making sure that the Jim Guard couldn't blindside Nova, so that was some good teamwork all around right there. So support fire's coming in. It's a great grouping if it stays that way. It rarely ever does. Every once in a blue moon you'll get lucky and just hit everything. But at the moment, it does not. Looks like it probably hit a couple, but I don't think more than probably one kill. But yeah, so brain, come on, keep it going here. But yeah, 7170 to 4160. I think number 5 is the raid, and they're out at the moment. But okay, getting a little bit surrounded here. Good tackle on that Dom, but that is, I believe, a Rick Dom 2. Good downswing, and let's see. Luckily, the Gym Guard Custom also on the ground, but the Gym Cold Districts was behind him, so I ought to add those attacking supports things as opposed to, just take the, which nobody ever listens to anyway.
2 minutes left in the mission.
Just, okay. Sorry, just processing around from earlier tonight in my head where I wound up blocking like 3 different people, because it was just, it was not a good time, but, did my best. And we'll, brain, come on. Anyway, 9195 to 5225. But yeah, it was a really bad one. It was one of those ones where people tell you take the supports when the generals have been, when as the raid, the generals have been focusing you to death the whole time and nobody else cared. So yeah, that's just, I didn't wind up anywhere near the support because anytime I got near it, I died. So I stayed with the team where it was safe and damaged what I could. And got top score, as I recall. But, just not by killing the support, which would have been a very useful thing. Still a close round, though. But anyway, 1 minute left. They've still got a 3,000 point lead, and Nova is still just doing really great work here. Let's see, got hit by something from behind, but that's okay, because that Gundam is on that. I think that's, is it an Aqua Gundam, or is it a Aqua Gym? Or Gundam Marine or Aqua Gym? Regardless, what it is dead, so doesn't matter now. 40 seconds remaining, and let's see, good shot there. 1,400 damage directly to feet. And the splash, I don't think connected, but the machine gun sure is. And if he can land this one, which, since it decided to stand still, and no, didn't land that. Must have been a close miss. But either way, the team managed to take that person down with a very little time to spare. See if they can get anything else. Let's see, yeah, just a kind of wild tackle to make sure that the Rick Dom didn't stop him before he could start swinging again. Shot that one Jim, I swear, right on the top of the head. But, yeah, now the round... And he held his shot because, yeah, he wanted to try and finish off that Gym Cold Districts before time ran out. Did not work out that way, but a good round nonetheless. I mean, yeah, after all that, I can't fault anybody for missing one thing at the end. Especially when you sweep the board. 3,700 of their 11,000 points was Nova, 735 points of assists, and 114,000 damage at 350. Very nice. And 8 kills and 2 deaths. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. Thank you much for sending this over, Nova. I really appreciate it. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! So this evening, Discotech announced a lot of their new anime licenses, and probably one of the ones that'll be more of the most interest to people who watch this channel is Gao Gaigar. They're going to be putting that out in a new HD Blu-ray release. But they also got Kamen Rider Black, which is kind of a surprise. And also Treasure Island, which is an anime from, I believe, the late 70s, early 80s that was, believe it or not, a major influence on Gurren Lagann.